I have, yes.
You know, you auto attack and then you use a spell with the other auto attack,
Yep.
and it procs both PTA and all 3 blight procs, and it's just absolutely a menace. And you see it there, the 3rd red side ban from Los Ratones, as we're jumping into draft here. Let's see what they got. Oh, it's a red side first pick. Always throws your brain off.
It does throw my brain off. Yeah, I don't like it. Red side first pick makes me feel unwell, so it'll be the blue side counter pick. But it doesn't really mean too much. However, let's try to see, what do they want to use this pick on? Presumably something strong, safe in the mid lane.
Yeah, I love the Azir. I think with the Orianna taken out and the Rise, there's not that much else for Nemesis to go to, and this just provides that scaling that they really need. But
the instantaneous Yone lock-in makes me feel like GX saw this one coming from a mile away. Now paired with the Sejuani as well, Isma in a more supportive position this time around. And honestly, this pairing is pretty lethal, so hopefully Nemesis is ready for this particular mid lane matchup.
Yeah, melee mids was where Jackie's made his name known. I think always just when I think of him, the Akali, the Yone. So especially with Isma on that supporting role, we don't see much Sejuani. It's the first Sejuani picked. And in general, she's kind of fallen off, but she always excels with those melee mids. And then just the Corki lock-in for Crownie. Not the biggest lover of it. It hasn't seen too much success in our league, and I mean, Crownie's 0-2 on it, lost both games. Although they are 0-3, so I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, what do you do?
I don't know, if you lose a lot of games on a champ, then for me at least, like mentally to reset to pick another champ is nice. Cool. But maybe Crownie can handle that kind of burden that's at the back of his mind.
Guys, if you get hired as a caster, you can fire strays willy-nilly and call it analysis. it's a secret 500 IQ hack. Now, Wukong coming in after. But one thing we were talking about, kind of behind the scenes, thinking about how could Los Ratones put up a stronger performance overall? Because they did have a pretty decent showing against Kai'sa on the final day of last week. One of the things we talked about was scaling options. Azir, a scaling option. You've now got the Wukong as well for Velja. This is some pretty powerful late-game champions if Los Ratones can weather the storm of, you know, this Sejuani-Yone combo. See what the final pick is here for AD. Ooh, Noah's Kai'sa. There's a lot of situations. Last year, you told me about it. You're like, how are these Kai'sas getting through these Corki lanes? But if there's any Kai'sa that can do it, it's Noah's Kai'sa.
Yeah, I mean, Noah looked absolutely phenomenal on that Kai'sa in week 1. And just in general, he's felt like kind of the captain of this team thus far and the best performing member. I've been really happy watching him play. And I think this game, he has a really nice engaged setup for him with the Kai'sa, so it's already a pretty nice Kai'sa game. Presumably he can go AP as well, since he has that AD mid laner, which makes it an even better Kai'sa game. The only thing is that tough laning phase, but with them being able to ban out some supports and target Rekkles a little bit, I think they can for sure weather the storm of the early game, and Velja on the Wukong can't impact that bot lane that much either. So I really like the Kai'sa, and I think Noah's set up for a lot of good success here.
Definitely is. Now we're seeing supports banned away into the second ban phase. Reminder again, GX will have the blue side counter pick here, so Los Ratones is very likely going to need to blind pick that top lane matchup. Although we'll see where, you know, GX's hearts lie. Maybe they want counter pick for Jun on the bottom side of the map. Maybe they do want to put more emphasis on the bot lane 2v2. Rekkles is Nami taken away. Nico taken away from Jun, but could be taken away from any support. Obviously still an incredible playmaker. Alistair now to join the bench as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Nico ban is really, really good from Los Ratones. It's just like a hard lane bully, and it's the one range champion that can play with Kai'sa. And Jun as well has showed so great success on that champion. Now I think you just go for something like the Rel or the Rakan as just like the 2 best engaged supports that are available. And now you have Rakan, Sejuani, Yone, Kai'sa, all of them want to do exactly the same thing. Jump into the enemy team and just find one target and burst them down. We'll see what Rekkles has into it.
Zoe support.
That would be pretty crazy.
That would be pretty crazy.
Looks like it might be the Bard. I mean,
Bard seems more likely, but
Bard doesn't have that great of a disengage. I think I would prefer something that could really save his teammates, but I'm not sure what that would be. I mean, the Alistar being taken out.
Okay, Volibear locked in.
Yeah.
Some applause from Los Ratones fans here. And I mean, again, a boss special. We did see in the game where he played Volibear previously against KCB, he was able to get out of that lane phase as tough as it was and kind of impact mid lane. So maybe we'll be free to do the same here, depending on what Lot wants to go for.
I think Galio would be a great pick for Rekkles here, but I don't think he's going to pick it. I think he wants to go for something ranged. Always hovering the Braum. It's a decent Braum game because it's good into Kai'Sa, Sejuani, and Yone. It's just a self-counter pick into the Rakan, which is why I kind of prefer the Galio over it, which serves the same purpose, but it's better into Rakan as a lane. But now it's a very free matchup for this Kai'Sa Rakan here. And with the Gnar on 5, I'm worried about this Los Ratones draft because they have quite limited engage. It's all on Velja. And with this Gnar, I think if Baus ever falls behind, then the Gnar can kind of play similar to how Kana did. Just build up a big lead and constantly be split pushing. And it seems like a champion that I feel like Baus has a little bit of like a mental block against, where if he falls behind, it's just really over for him.
Yeah, I mean, that particular game was exceptionally difficult, even if Baus was able to find an angle here or there. See if Locke can live up to the expectations that that Kana set down. But maybe the Volibear will have a little bit of a better time. You said it so well, Jack. I think this composition from the side of Los Ratones, if they can find a lead, if they can find advantage, does look really powerful. What the Braum can do on paper, crazy. What the Braum will actually do hinges a lot on how this goes. And on the opposite side, we're looking at Jackie's Yone. Now, if you missed all of the Jackie's games last year, maybe you're not that excited about this pick. But I personally very much am. Because this is kind of what we know him for. And we were talking this week, too, that on the GX lineup where they did technically get 2 wins, but some of those wins felt a little bit questionable. A lot of that came down to Noah. And we really wanted to see Jackie's, a guy that this team has been putting up there, has been talking about how great of a player he's going to be, take that mantle on his shoulders. And who better to do it on than on a pick like this Yone. Massive playmaker, comfort pick for him as we get into our first game of the day. GX Los Ratones. Will it be the first win? Whoa. That's a test. What's up?
Well, I think it all relies on Nemesis for me. On this Azir, I think if he can generate the lead and do well in lane, not get punished by the Sejuani, because I think Isma is for sure going to be looking at that mid lane to help Jackies get ahead. And if he gets some items, he can do a lot of work this game with the disengage of the Braum and also just the mobility that Azir inherently has and the range. He's definitely the carry that I'm looking at.
Yeah. A champion, the one true hyper-scaling threat, I think it's safe to say. Although we've seen Corkis do a ton of damage, it's often hard for Corkis, I think, to play at an optimal range. Admittedly, a lot of those Corkis have been playing against Yunara. Yeah. Maybe it's a little bit easier against Kai'Sa, but again, against Noah's Kai'Sa, it could be a bit tricky.
Yeah, especially with this Rakan into the Braum. You're going to have a really chill laning phase, and I don't think really anything will happen on bot lane. I think Kai'Sa, Rakan can slightly bully this Braum Corki out, just continue pushing them in and out-sustain them, which feels pretty bad as you're the one picking the Corki. You kind of want to be the one having pressure, especially since Noah opted for the Ghost as well, which would be maybe greedy in a different game, but in this game, because they have such a nice laning phase, he can go for that scaling option, which allows him to be even more aggressive in later team fights.
Yeah, which is going to be super annoying for someone like the Baus or Velja, because once they use that initial burst of mobility, whether it's the movement seizure from the Baus or the dash from the Wukong, it's going to be really hard to stick to Noah in a fight. Really easy to just get kited out, outspaced. For now, a quiet early game. No solo kills quite yet.
No solo bolos, huh? I mean, Isma is just clearing down to bot. Velja is doing the same. They could look to fight over the Scuttle Crab. But since GIANTX bot lane has such hard prio, I'm assuming that Velja is probably just going to look for the top crab and play more with the Baus instead.
Feel too bad. Baus going for the first recall, a little bit of AP early on. We'll see what the build he wants to go for in its entirety is, although...
He bought a control ward. That's new.
Oh.
I've never seen him buy... I mean, he usually doesn't buy potions, so this is really a step up here.
I mean, they had a good week in scrims.
Yeah. That's
progress.
True.
They've maybe been dominating. I don't know what a good week means. Again, a good is such a relative term.
You know, yesterday, Forsen bought a control ward. He said it was the first time he's ever bought a control ward. Isn't that crazy? I just had to say what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, no, you're cool. You're doing good. How many kills did you get last time you guys played on stage?
Well, as many as in this game right now.
Okay.
So.
That's a little bit rough. Well, luckily you're not on the stage right now, so the pressure's off you, Jack. You can cast judgment on other people.
Yeah. Pretty bad trade there from Los Ratones.
Mister. Take it down a notch.
Jackie's here, going on to Nemesis.
Yeah, this is always a bit frustrating landing into Yone, although Nemesis is doing what he can to bully him out.
I mean, early game, I think it's frustrating for the Yone. He's really wanting the Sejuani to try to bail him out a little bit. As Isma, I'm not sure if he avoided the ward. He might have. I'm not sure if Nemesis spotted him. Looks like he didn't.
Nemesis
there are no pings
chilling.
coming down.
See if he walks up here. Looking at maybe a Q flash from Isma.
Now he's spotted on the ward.
Yeah, also really relying on the permafrost stun follow-up there, because it's pretty easy for Nemesis to just dash out to safety with the shifting sands.
Yeah.
Kai'sa getting some decent trades, and yeah, this is... Ooh, missed a Q. Bit rough there. But Nemesis gets pushed. That's all he cares about. You just survive. You just weathered the early storm. I do really hate seeing a Yone on the enemy team. It's like you go back and buy components, he comes back with tier 2 boots, and it feels like he's a completely different champion. You get like a book, and you feel exactly the same.
Yeah. I feel like you're a bit biased against Yone here. I mean, Azir is also pretty damn broken. Like laning against an Azir, and he's just constantly auto-attacking you from 1,000 range.
Okay, I don't want to self-report too much, but you know the approximate elo that I play at. How many people do you think can make it through lane phase on Azir?
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, we're talking sub 100 APM here. People are not clicking fast enough to play Azir in the pits. Lot going for the back cancel. Baus feeling okay here. Press the attack. Brock, a little bit extra shielding. Lot just zooming on out to safety. So did cancel the recall, but Baus probably pretty content with that trade. Both sides still have access to the flash, although now level 6 ticking over for Lot, as well as the Rage is Rekkles and Velja. Shifting a bit of attention mid lane. Jun about to spot him. Concussive blows there, only 2 stacks.
Yeah, always so hard to get onto Jun. That's also one of the difficulties that Los Ratones will have, is all this mobility that's on GIANTX. With the Jun on Rakan, Isma on Sejuani, and Jackie's on Yone, there's just so much tools.
Crownie.
He's in trouble.
Forced to flash out. Nice little sidestep there on the Void Seeker, but won't get much else as Jun goes into the initial knockup. And right now, GX just playing for push. So a lot of fishing around the mid lane. Bit of action on the top side. Overall, 5 minutes in, 700 gold lead for the side of GX, as Jun just barely able to make away from the initiative. But it's easy. That's just a big old ulti. 2 members hit. One of them just a clone. Doesn't matter too much.
Ends up being only the heal. No, Rekkles used the heal? No. Not even the heal burned. What's a great ulti by Jackies though, as they get full control of the river, and that will lead to Drake for GIANTX and no return play for Los Ratones.
I'm just saying, he went back and bought boots too, and suddenly it looks like he wins lane.
That's true. That's true.
All right, GX now starting the Drake. Will take him a bit of time thanks to the durability buffs at the start of the patch, but Crownie did just reset. So no one here to contest. First Drake to the side of GX, as well as a pretty decent gold lead. So smooth sailing so far. Not the early game lead I think Los Ratones were hoping to find with picks like the Corki, but as you said, with the Braum, getting through the laning phase is always going to be a bit of a struggle.
I think top lane though is where I have my eyes, and I'm a bit worried.
Walla, knock back, flash forward. Finally going to ulti there. And first blood. There he goes.
Velja's there, but he can't do anything. It's just a solo bolo. Velja goes in though, while we're also fighting on board.
A little bit more damage on the Jun. That's going to be the kill back. Crownie firing in return.
Crownie takes matters into his own hands here and just kills Jun under his turret. So you see the top lane is such a struggle for Los Ratones as Baus gets solo killed, and even though Velja is there, there's no return play to be had. As Lot now, nearly 1,000 gold lead. He's going to be such a menace on this side lane, and I'm not sure if Nemesis will be able to assist him much. This is one of the problems as well with having both AP mid and top, is that now when Lot gets that Merc Treads, and once he gets his first item and he buys more MR, that really hurts both Nemesis and Baus on the side.
Yeah, it can be really tough to contend with. And top lane is, yeah, it's not getting any better. I think you could see kind of what Baus was doing, sticking around there, hoping that he could input buffer a piece of CC, or rather immune a piece of CC with the ulti, but the chain CC with the W and the ulti from Lot, ultimately too much for Baus to contend with. Good that they got the kill back.
Let's see if Ben says that's a good def or not.
Yeah, where's Benny backseat?
Yeah.
Get him up here. Like how Finn told absolutely no one that this character was going to happen, and just did this. Just took it upon himself to put on some glasses. You're right. Oh, that's my bad. That's my bad. I forgot.
Yeah.
It's been too long since Betty has put on a costume and dressed up. I forgot the rules.
Crownie might be in trouble here. He has no teammates around him, no
Let's
flash.
have cleanse.
He's there.
Balked out already. Really nowhere for him to go. Cleanse for very little, but at least gets one back in return. Loses out on the way, but grabs his second kill.
Not a terrible trade for him. He's going to lose some of the minions, as you said, Drakos, but overall doesn't feel too bad. As Noah picks up another plate. It is still, though, GIANTX nearly with 1,000 gold lead now. Slowly starting to pull ahead. That's kind of felt like, at least my feeling when I've been watching Los Ratones, is just kind of the sinking feeling that the game is slipping out of their grasp. And the only game that really made me feel a lot of hope was that KC game.
Yeah.
That's really the spark that they want to recapture here.
Yeah, and look, they've got tools if they can get to a team fight, but right now, GX outside of maybe a couple of missteps around the bottom lane, Jun dropping down in that initial kill, are really comfortable. A lot with an almost 1,000 individual gold lead. We'll see if he's able to get out of his lane, kind of spread this advantage, or how much bigger he can make this lead. Is starting to get a little bit more money here as he breaks that plate on the top side.
1.1k gold lead there for Lot.
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, Volibear is a champion who has some crazy trading patterns, right? Can be so oppressive, but when you fall behind, you just feel so helpless.
Isma and Velja here fighting, as Velja takes one little grub, and he's happy with it, as Isma is going to take the other two. Mostly due to just how strong Lot is. You see Lot moving and hovering around the area, and Velja knows that he's in trouble and needs to get out. Soon Velja will have the Trinity Force, and that'll be a big spike for them. Crownie already with the completed Essence River. It's looking decently strong. I'm a little bit worried from this game as he decided to go the Essence River over the Trinity Force, which just means that he's a lot squishier to this full dive comp that GIANTX have constructed.
Yeah, gonna be vulnerable. Has a Braum to protect him, but a lot of pressure. The Unbreakable can't block everything. And it's just, yeah, the side lanes are gonna be tough.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. There's not a lot that's going to be easy this game. Jack, what's going to be easy this game for Los Ratones? Because we could talk about how incredibly impressive GX's side laners are, the simplicity, the ease of execution of their composition. But I want some silver lining for this Cloud, Jack.
I mean, Rekkles with the engage here.
Going all in.
Yeah, nothing really comes out of it as Rekkles ends up investing his flash and his ultimate. Drake up now in 50 seconds, so Rekkles will not have either of those crucial spells for it.
A little bit tough, but at least they, you know,
we tried. But I think you can see a little bit the desperation and some of the weaknesses of this Los Ratones comp is they don't have really a great go button. And then you compare that with GIANTX, and they kind of have 5 champions that can go. I mean, if Noah goes alone, it's not good, but the other 4 especially
but he can really go, and that's what's important.
I mean, Crownie can do the same.
It's true. It's very similar, potentially threatening go.
Yeah.
Baus.
Does not look fun. He's down 2 levels. Wow. This really does feel like Kana all over again.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little bit worse.
I mean, maybe something that Los Ratones have to look at in future games is just a Gnar ban. Something they did a lot in their, you know, regional play.
Yeah, it does feel like an
Gnar.
oversight to go into 4-5, especially blinding the Volibear, who really struggles against range and getting kited, and then leaving this Gnar open, which I think also just works so well with the GIANTX draft. The Los Ratones want the Drake.
Flash, immediate change CC, follow-up is there. Nemesis is able just barely to walk out as the layering was not lost. Looks like Yone is going to fall as well. Velja continuing to spin, but it's Lot on the flank doing a lot of damage. Another ulti to come out, Rekkles to fall as well. A double kill for Noah. Initially did not look that bad, but when the rest of GX arrived, very different case.
As Lot with the teleport, he's the difference maker. TPing behind them there. He has the shield as well with the roll quest, and that just seals the deal for the team. Baus had already TP'd up in the top lane, so he couldn't match it. Seems like there maybe was some miscommunication there because LR, that was actually the one kind of starting this fight. They wanted to do the Drake, but then with Baus, no TP, it's a 4v5, and it's just a clean house for GX. As Jun flashes in here really nicely onto Nemesis, and Nemesis is able to flash the Yone ult to avoid the chain CC, but it doesn't matter. Lot is behind, it's a strong Gnar with the big shield as well, that just seals the deal. Crownie can't join the fight, Velja ends up going down, and so does Rekkles.
Yeah, and that is the difference in resources.
GG, guys.
Okay. Fair enough. Confident.
Oh wait, Nemesis.
Hold that thought.
It's not GG yet.
Jackie's caught out.
Hey, no, it's not GG yet.
Oh, that was a bit premature.
Yeah. It means a 1,000 gold lead. It's pretty crazy to say GG. I mean, I like the confidence. I kind of have the same vibe. Like when I'm playing a game and it feels really good and I see that we're getting ahead, like, you know, I'm playing the Kai'Sa, I'd say GG. But maybe it'll come back to bite him.
Yeah, I was trying to pull up a quick little Noah graphic, but he's 17 and 8 on the pick. So
pretty good.
You can understand why when he's got, you know, a couple kills to his name, maybe he's feeling like the game is just immediately over.
Yeah.
But for LR, I think we just need to see it manifest into more than just a couple of kills here and there. They're always good at kind of being scrappy and finding 1 or 2. Ooh, maybe 3. Perhaps if Jackie's overstays on side. Isma's on the way. Does get spotted. They see Velja.
Velja should know that he's been spotted. His Baus here might be in trouble.
Maybe not dead. Lot doesn't want to fully commit. Volibear can be quite deceptively tanky. He's the all-in happens on the bottom side. They want to delete Velja, and they're going to get exactly what they want. Crownie on the way out. The Q3 coming in. Snapback is there. Isma wants to finish the kill, and will finally grab it. Noah just now getting involved as Isma tanks the tower. Looks like he's going to live. No, Rekkles. At the very least gets one back, but this is... it's disastrous. It's
a massacre. GIANTX are the ones moving first on the map. They're the ones making the plays. Nemesis is going to get some pity plates in mid lane as a reward, but with Crownie going down and Velja, you just see the damage that GIANTX has, and they're the ones with all the tools, as Lot as well, putting pressure on the wound here as he's going to get first tower top.
A lot of wound.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like salt in the wound, too.
Yeah.
But I'm not familiar enough with Volibear. Maybe there is some hidden power spike in the midst of...
He does have the Dusk and Dawn now.
Pretty good.
That could be a power spike, but I do definitely think the scaling really favors the Gnar, as he just will become faster and faster, and he'll get more range as he gets the level ups as well.
Yeah. And also, it's usually you want to be able to really dunk on one half of Gnar if you're playing against him, and you don't really beat Mini, and Mega kind of just gets to throw you away, so...
Velja might be in trouble here again.
Velja now going to keep spinning. Rekkles going for the multi-man knockup. The initial damage not quite there. Sejuani is able to make it out, but a lot of damage blocked by Rekkles. Velja getting the heal to make his way out to safety. Nemesis off to the side. Pushback is there, but it's too late. Jackie's grabbing another. GX content to just grab 2 kills.
I love that ultimate by Noah. It was such a good find onto Nemesis. He was a little bit in trouble as Velja was trying to go onto him. But with that, they're able to just pick up Nemesis and get a freebie.
Yup. And Crownie finally gonna get something back in the mid lane, but on the top side of the map, you can see that Lot just shoving waves in. Boss dropping down, Nemesis dropping down. Only gold advantage in the game on Rekkles. It does mean he gets the Bandle Pipes, but I don't know what song he's trying to play. It's really gonna have to get the energy up.
Yeah, definitely gonna need to boost the morale. This is looking more and more dire as Crownie gets cancelled there. Forced to walk away as we get a replay of, this top lane fight. Let's see, Lot is running down Baus.
I imagine he's just going to continue to auto attack.
And then kill him.
Ooh, just clipped him.
Yeah, that's rough. As we see here, Noah is getting engaged on by Velja, but as soon as that happens, he ultis onto Nemesis and takes him down with the help of Jackie's. And then after that, there's no fight to be had for Los Ratones.
Oj, sama killen top. Ja, det är sladdröret.
All right, we're gonna need a paternity test, folks. Just to confirm.
I think the gameplay's done all the talk.
I think the gameplay's done a lot, but sometimes you need science to step in, Jack, just to understand what the familial relationship might be. As, damn. Los Ratones fans, I don't want to do you guys dirty, but you're getting clobbered right now, and it's kind of hard to, it's hard to, at a certain point, we're just coping.
Yeah.
And the tank of copium ran out like 10 minutes in, and we're at 17 minutes now.
Yo, Crownie bought the Fiend Hunter bolts on Corki. I've never seen that before.
I mean, you can reset it on command. As Jackie's going all in on the Baus. Melee matchup.
Okay.
Baus wins these?
I bet Noah's coming.
Noah is.
Baus is dead.
Flash away.
Oh, he dodges the W.
flash.
Okay.
All right. So
Wait a minute.
if they put him in a melee matchup on side, maybe he can actually just beat the Yone.
Yeah.
Might not be able to beat the Herald charge, though. GX finally going to break open mid.
Let's go a bit back to this Crownie build. So the Fiend Hunter bolt has a very low cooldown, but okay. I'm interrupting here. There's a Drake setup. Third Drake for GIANTX. Isma is onto Velja.
Velja immediately going to cast the Cyclone.
Crownie.
Panic there. Rekkles ulting. GX getting a lot of ults for free.
Yeah, a lot of desperation there by the support jungle of Los Ratones, and that's going to be Drake for GIANTX with 2 crucial ultimates gone.
But of course, in their defense, they have no vision. So the second that they see someone jump on top of them, they're assuming that there's going to be more of an immediate follow-up. We get the privilege of seeing the whole fog of war.
It's a very difficult spot for Los Ratones to play. I mean, the problem was that Baus' TP was so late, so they had no setup. And now Baus might be in trouble here.
Level 14 to level 12.
Yeah.
Both have 1 item.
Yeah, their items are not that different. Their inventory is maybe Lot is sitting on a lot of gold.
I mean, boots to completion also pretty expensive these days.
True. Baus is taking a lot of damage.
It's really tough. I don't know if waiting for that shield was worth it. Oh god, it's not getting better. He's just gonna walk him down. Oh, they get the flash.
Yeah, This is tough. This is tough to watch.
Question. No.
It kind of reminds me of like when Seri was really OP. It's just like this inevitability of like the mosquito. It keeps hitting you and then suddenly you're dead.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't remember when Frozen Mallet Gnar was a thing, and you used to just get walked at.
Yeah.
And there was no coming back.
Yeah.
That was literally 10 years ago. As Crownie might be dead. He's gonna cleanse, but he's just got nowhere to go. Isma grabs the kill. GX find another 5K advantage. Soul point.
I gotta say, Crownie in the mid-wave allegations, they're really not being beat.
It's a little bit tough right now.
Oh, his Baus is off to the side here. He's gonna be fine after having pushed in this wave, but it's nearly a 5K gold lead for GIANTX. They have 3 dragons just waiting for that Cloud Soul to make it even harder for both Baus to play the side lane and for LR to have any chance of winning a team fight.
Yeah, Isma really fearless here. Knows that he's got mid-wave pushing in, got topside pushing in as well. It's really unlikely they can find a kill as Baus is doing what he can to clear the waves.
It's just such an easy game for Isma to play as well, because like realistically, if you face check them, how are you dying? Like you get Braum queued and the Braum passive, but then you just queue out. Then you can see that GIANTX are not scared in the slightest as they start off the Nash here, but this could be Los Ratones' chance.
Velja on the way. 7K. They're going too slow. Fast. They're going way too slow.
It's GG.
Yep.
It's gone.
It's already gone.
Yeah. Well, that really feels like the last hope snuffed out for LR. Only thing they can look forward to now is that final Drake fight. But they need to find a miracle.
It's just really going to be hard to survive on side at this stage.
Baus might be in trouble here on top.
Bliss. Talking a bit of damage there. Crownie can cover, but only 2.5 items. Staying. Q3 through, just happy to get a decent chunk there. Again, costing Isma a bit of health, but still quite tanky.
Yeah, they get the tier 2 here. Lot getting even more gold into his pocket. As Nemesis is trying to push on his own, he's going to be able to get at least a few plates on his tier 2 bot. Probably not going to be able to take the whole tower. Jackie's already there. But he might be chased down as he ends up just teleporting out.
Very conservative play, but doesn't have perfect information on who else could be there. So again, taking that option.
Yeah, you can see just how scary it is for these LR carries to play. As soon as enemy support from jungles and fog, every lane feels super scary to farm.
No, yeah, it's a little bit cooked.
It's definitely quite cooked.
But I think what we've learned, if anything, over the course of this season, is it takes 2 games for Los Ratones to adapt. It was 2 games of J4 before they swapped out of that one. Hold that thought. There's a TP.
Oh, Baus.
I don't think this is going to be great. Baus!
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Wait, what is he?
whoa.
Why did he have no HP? What? He's a bigger fan of Noah's Kai'Sa than I am. What was that?
Yeah, we're going to need a replay there.
I think he panicked minimap TP to get away top lane. I just have to assume.
Yeah? Maybe? Definitely not Baus' best game thus far.
I just think the Gnar's got to go.
Yeah, the Gnar's got to go.
The Gnar has got to go.
It's doing too much to them. I think they really need for Baus to be up against a champ that can't really split push as well as his Gnar. And now, Cloud Soul spawning in 40 seconds. LR are going to try to look for a play onto Lot, but he has the Merc Treads, he has the Sterax. Maybe he's going to run into Rekkles.
Okay. Rekkles gives him an extra bit of distance on the hop. That's unfortunate.
There's just nothing there, you know, like they don't have the tools to really ever start a fight.
2-3, Jackie's just out of range as Boss goes in, Protobell back, immediate ulti, a little bit more damage, entirely marked, but he might live. The casters! Oh, he survives.
Jackie's there misplayed a little bit, missed the Q3, but you can
Crownie
see
on the
now.
way.
Oh, Lot.
This might not work out very well. No, they're gonna all just get knocked to the wall. Velja finally gonna go in. Lock gets one. He's still living. No.
It's so tragic. I think GIANTX are just gonna end the game very
I mean, Lot's stocks are doing good right now. That's all
true.
I'll say. Lot's stocks are doing well. GX, from start to finish, doing pretty dang well. 1 or 2 kind of oopsie daisies in the death department, but overall, it's just been a slaughter. My God. Jackie's on the Q3 ready to go.
Very dominant game for GIANTX. Noah kills Velja in his own base as they're going for the Baus
continuing
as
to
well.
go for a little bit more. The Baus finding a stun. Jun might die. No, he's still living.
I mean, GIANTX are just playing with them as they're going to take the Nexus towers here.
You know, we were optimistic about Los Ratones. That's a huge one. But there's not a lot to there. Just, yeah, good job, GX. But sometimes you come in, you know, you level up for week 2, and it's a massive difference. And sometimes you show up and you are one half of the coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb team. And I'm telling you right now, they were not the bomb. GX, though, taking down Los Ratones. Smooth fashion.
Yeah.
Fastest game of the split, 24 minutes.
That was fast.